Borderlands 4 is keeping the momentum strong with another hands-on preview, and this time, we've got to try out a brand new Vault Hunter. Last time, we played as Vex. If you haven't seen that video yet, definitely check it out. Now, we are back on the planet Kairos, and this time we jumped in as Rafa, the Exo Soldier. Here is everything you need to know about our second look at Borderlands 4.
Hey, this is Sean from Gamer Braves. It's been 8 years since we established Gamer Braves channel. We went to a lot of overseas game conference. We did a lot of exclusive interview with a lot of prominent figures from the industry, Ryuzo Sugimoto, Sean Layden, and even Yagu. One of the easiest way to support us is to subscribe to our channel. Support like this will actually gives us motivation and pushes us to produce better content. If you have already subscribed, thank you so much. Please enjoy the rest of the video.
Meet Rafa, the Exo Soldier. Rafa is made for players who love fast, aggressive, almost assassin-like gameplay. One of his standout skills is this year's gimmick, and yeah, that's actually what it's called. When activated, Rafa ditches his guns and pulls out dual art daggers, switching to pure melee combat. Every hit marks enemies, and those marks increase the damage they take. You can use them like your standard melee attacks or dash forward with the daggers for a shocking strike. Once you are ready, you can reactivate the skill to detonate those marks in an electric burst. It's not very often we see this kind of dedicated melee system with its own moveset in Borderlands, and it's a blast. The last time we had something like this was Krieg in Borderlands 2. His other skill, People Person, swaps Rafa's firearm for an offhand energy cannon called the Apophis Lance. It limits your gun use but lets you fire powerful electric blasts that pierce enemies. Holding the trigger charges the shot, boosting damage and size, but it eats up more of your charges. Unused charges convert into a cooldown refund when the skill ends, so it's all about managing your shots. And then there's Remote Agent, a deployable auto-tracking cannon that locks on and fires at enemies in Rafa's line of sight. If it kills a target, it immediately finds another. You can also end it early to shave down the cooldown. Altogether, Rafa feels like a high-tech assassin meets battlefield tactician. He reminded us a lot of Zane from Borderlands 3, but with more raw tools to work with. If you are into tech-heavy classes with cool gadgets and stylish skills, Rafa is your guy. In this demo, we jumped into one of the story missions tied to Claptrap's latest plan, uniting rebel factions across Kairos. First up, the Outbounders. These folks used to be farmers and mechanics, but now they are rising up against the oppressive regime known as the Order. When we show up, their base is under siege and we are thrown into the middle of the action. The mission has you fending off waves of enemies to keep the Outbounders alive long enough to join the resistance. It's fast-paced, chaotic, and sets the tone for a bigger, more mission-driven story. The boss fight in this preview is where things really clicked. We went up against Inceptus, a massive primordial guardian, and it's clear that Borderlands 4 is pushing boss design in a new direction. Traversal isn't just flashy, it's necessary. Double jumps, gliding, dodging, shockwaves, and grappling around the arena all come into play. One phase has you grappling weak points of the boss to expose vulnerabilities, another has you using grapple points across the map to glide into better positions and hit hidden targets mid-air. It is way more interactive and movement heavy than previous Borderlands bosses, and it genuinely kept us on our toes the entire time. We all know it's all about guns when it comes to Borderlands. Borderlands 4 introduces the licensed part system, which lets you mix and match weapon components from different manufacturers. You could end up with something like Melee One Barrel, Torque Drum Mag, and Jacob's Stock, resulting in wild combos like explosive elemental shotguns with high recoil and rapid fire. Each gun feels like a Frankenstein's monster of features, and it works. The animations are slick, the sound design is punchy, and recoil feels tight and responsive. If you loved how guns felt in Borderlands 3, this feels like a polished evolution of that. Rafa brings a fresh playstyle packed with electric melee, energy blast, and deployable cannons. The mission we played felt high stakes and story driven, and the boss fight genuinely tested all the movement tools at our disposal. Combine that with the deep weapon customization through licensed parts, and it's clear Gearbox is going all in on making Borderlands 4 the most ambitious entry yet. That is it for our second look at Borderlands 4. If you missed the first preview, check it out for more insight into Vex and the game score upgrades. Which Rafa skill or build are you most excited to try? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out our full review when the game drops. For now, enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
I am many things beyond what I was created for. Not like the progeny waiting to be here.
Cover me while I assault!
Alright, let's make this quick.
Time's off as a single hit!
To what do I owe this displeasure?
You did not succeed!
These undercuts just don't bleed right, you know? Just don't bleed right, you know? Well, looks like we got us a city slicker. You didn't think we were finished, did you? Yeah.